I wish they would have let me keep some of their drumsticks because I would have played this. But I would have played some heavy metal probably or something like that. Now, wow, this is very impressive and I really don't know what's going on. So I think what I'm going to do now, though I'm seeing they're coming back. Oh, are you bringing me the drumstick? No, they're not bringing me the drumstick. I'm very sad. I'm going to invite on stage actually the person who is responsible, going to tell us a little bit about that. Not only is the co-founder and CEO of Unabiz, but also, you know, he's actually the host country of this conference. Henri, is he ready? I see Henri. Please help me welcome on stage Henri. Bong, please guys, big round of applause, come on! Henri! I'm going to leave you the stage, man, but you need to explain to me what's going on here. I have no idea.
Thank you, Paul. Good afternoon, everybody. Are you with me? I didn't have a time this morning to say it, but welcome to Singapore. It's such an honor to be the host country of Sigfox Connect this year. Thank you very much for all the people who traveled from so far, from Europe, from US, from Africa, from Australia, from Japan. I'm so honored to have you guys in our territory in Singapore because it's something that we have been working for years. We started Unabiz in 2016, and we have been striving to develop an ecosystem to find people who would be interested in what we're doing. And now you guys came to us. Thank you so much. Did you like the drums? That was my way to welcome you guys with a very Asian drum, traditional drum group. So I want to say something today because, you know, Asia started after Europe on the Sigfox ecosystem. We started maybe 2-3 years later, and I have been quite frustrated. You know why I've been frustrated? Because I keep seeing Europe having very nice deals signing on. We heard about Michelin, Total, today we heard about Amadeus. There were so many big brands coming in with big figures, DHL with Alps and so on. What about in Asia? Sometimes I get the call of Ludovic telling me, what is happening in Asia, Henri? Come on. And today, I would like to announce something big, but seriously big, which will happen in Asia. So I will give you the receipt for it. First, you take one of the most advanced country in Asia Pacific, Japan. Japan, with all the technologies, all the big brands that you know, you take Japan market with 120 million people, with all the technology there in the ecosystem, and you take one of the best Sigfox operator in the world, which has deployed thousands and thousands of base stations, which is KCCS, Kyocera. After that, you add one of the best IoT platform partner selling SIM cards and eSIM cards around the world, who has been acquired by KDDI for a few $100 million recently. Just after a few years, they have started their business, which is SORACOM. And last but not least, you add one of the most daring utilities company, one of the best gas and one of the largest gas operator in the whole of Japan, which is NICIGAS. You put all these people together, you let them work for 1 year. And 1 year later, let me show you. Let me introduce you the Space Hotaru. The Space Hotaru is the most optimized, the simplest gas meter reader that you can find on the market. It's also unique in its simplicity and unique in its design. Look at the shape. Have you seen a lot of IoT sensors like that? We have been used for the past few years to see a lot of square things, very rigid, very industrial. And the Japanese creativity brought us to a design which is round, so nice. And it was fantastic. This is the first thing that people see when they see this sensor. It is a connected device. It is a sensor. Okay, now let me tell you what is even bigger. My partners all flew from Japan in order to announce today, officially, that we are going to deploy 850,000 units of Space Hotaru. And something important, we are not saying that we are going to deploy 850,000 Space Hotaru in the next 10 years. There's a deadline, and you know how Japanese people work. We need to deliver everything in the next 16 months. 1/6. So, you won't believe me if I was just saying that by myself, right? A Sigfox operator saying that he's going to deploy millions of devices. We hear that every day. But I'm going to invite all the representatives at the highest level of the 5 partners that I spoke about in order to launch and sign this deal together. So let me invite Wada-san, CEO of NICIGAS, who came from Japan just for us. Thank you, Wada-san. Please come on stage. The CEO of the biggest gas utilities company, who are today in Singapore. Just thank you, Wada-san. Thank you so much. So, Wada-san, please be here in the middle. Then let me invite Ken Tamagawa, my friend, my partner, founder and CEO of SORACOM. Thank you so much, Ken, for being here. Ken, I think that you have to be here. Then I would like to invite the network operator, Matsuki-san, KCCS Managing Director, to come on stage. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, you're here. No. And last but not least, let's welcome Ludovic, CEO of Sigfox. You have to give that to me. I have done.
Congratulations, guys.
So now, maybe, okay, we have to follow this. Okay. That's why it was a bit tough for me. I never repeat that. So, okay, now, a little surprise. You see the Space Hotaru here, right? I did a bigger version because, you know, as the contract has already been signed, we need to sign on something else. So can I get the Space Hotaru? So, as a symbol, today we are going, the 5 CEOs, to sign on this bigger version of the Space Hotaru as a pledge, each one of us, to do our best to make this project a great success. Okay? So let's do it all together. Take a pen. And then we'll just sign anywhere behind the line here. Just sign. Then I give it to you. And then you can exchange with the one next to you. You can just exchange with one next to you to sign also. Oops, sorry. Yeah, we have to change it. It doesn't work? Try again, slowly. Thank you. Oh, your one is so nice. Make it smaller. Okay, t'as salué ce suivant? Attends, c'est devant moi là. Ok. Tu l'as fait? Celui-là, j'ai pas signé? Bon, on va s'arrêter là, je pense que ce sera très bien. Bon, tiens, t'en prends un, on en prend tous chacun un. Okay, to finish, maybe we just take the hotel room and we take a final picture together. Okay, you can give us a round of applause. Thank you.
To have a little bit more context about this, I'm going to invite on stage within the next 30 seconds the representative for NICIGAS, so he will tell you a little bit more about this context and why all this happened here, explain you the background of this presentation we just had, or this signing we just had. Don't worry guys, I'm going to bring them to you, although they look very cool. So please help me welcome on stage Mr. Kashiwaya-san. Please guys, give him a big round of applause, please. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Kashiwaya. I am Senior Managing Director of Nippon Gas. Nippon Gas is an energy retailer serving 1.6 million customers, electricity, city gas, and LPG. Today, we are very glad to announce that Nippon Gas is launching the world's largest NECU deployment project on Sigfox technology, together with our young and ambitious partners, SORACOM and Unabiz, with 850,000 smart utility device. Our project centers around smart utility device called Space Hotaru. Hotaru means firefly, and it's named after the feature and blue LED light on the device. Originally conceptualized by Nippon Gas, and through collaboration with SORACOM and Unabiz on design and development, we now can collect various IoT data on the cloud in a unified format, which will generate single API for data access and sharing. What's the impact of this smart utility device in Japanese energy market? Well, the impact is huge, but before talking about the impact, let me touch base on the Japanese energy retail market segments. There are 3 segments of energy retail market in Japan. The first one is electricity, with 62 million residential meters. This market is already smart metered. And the second market, city gas, 25 million residential meters, and LPG market, another 25 million residential meters, are offline. It's not smart metered yet, and the government does not have any plan to do so in the near future. So that means all of the 50 million gas meters today are basically offline. And this offline situation somehow works as a bulwark for incumbent players to continue to monopolize customers' data. And right now, gas meter reading is done manually by agents only once a month. But through this device, we can put theoretically, all of the 15 million gas meters online, and since our device can transmit the data hourly, we can receive 720 more times of data with this Space Hotaru. And this is huge impact for Japanese energy retail market. On this slide, I want to talk about the deregulation. Many people misunderstand that deregulation is just about switching of customers. But from our view, it's much different than that. We believe that deregulation is the process of returning sovereignty of data back to customers. And deregulation has been always the raison d'etre for Nippon Gas. And the story goes back to the origin of our company. We started our business as LPG retailer in Japan, and among 3 segments of energy retail market, LPG market was the first to be deregulated 20 years ago. But what happened post-deregulation? As you can imagine, incoherent society, conservative energy industry, not much competition. Incumbents, they agreed not to enter other stuff, not to lower the retail price, and to block the competition and newcomers together by armistice and the truce. But Nippon Gas was the rare exception. We never hesitated to penetrate into others' market by offering competitive price and a higher quality of service, because we strongly believed that deregulation is for customers' benefit and deregulation is for better society. So really, the raison d'etre for the company was deregulation. 20 years later, finally, city gas market was deregulated in 2017. And what happened post-deregulation? Yes, your imagination is right. The déjà vu, not much competition, and too many entry barriers. For instance, all the fashion regulations require rigid safety inspection program, and also there is no operational system available for newcomers. So newcomers must prepare their safety inspection team and organization, and they also must build up the complicated and costly system by themselves. And what did we do? Well, we built a city gas platform 2 years ago to offer operational system and safety inspection service for newcomers. And in fact, today, we are supporting almost entire community of newcomers to the city gas market with our platform service at a very reasonable cost. Many people ask, why are you supporting your rivals in the retail market? And more directly, many people ask, why are you creating your enemies in the retail market? It's crazy. Well, first, we like a crazy idea, but second, we think an active, deregulated market is for better society, because even if Nippon Gas alone win the game, the impact to the society is very small. But if we can build an active, deregulated market, the impact can be huge, and customers can enjoy the benefit of deregulation. So, through this platform, we are contributing significantly to build up an active deregulated market, even in city gas as well. Last 10 years, Nippon has been focusing heavily on IT. And even if we look at just last 24 months, we have launched various applications and platform services. And now some investors deem Nippon Gas as IT company. And in fact, we have been awarded IT Innovator for 3 consecutive years by Tokyo Stock Exchange and METI. And also, we were invited as the main guest speaker at Digital Transformation Conference held by Gartner this year. And why are we focusing on IT? Because we strongly believe that IT innovation, when it is linked with the right purpose, can change the landscape, especially the monopoly of customers' data and the old-fashioned regulation. So IT innovation can be a breakthrough. So what are we aiming for? What is our goal? Well, to us, energy industry in Japan is probably the last Atlantis, meaning untouched blue ocean, post-privatization and deregulation of transportation, telecommunications, and postal service. The market size is huge, and almost 50% of the market are still offline. So for IoT, it's a really blue ocean to change the landscape drastically. And what we like to achieve is to change the conservative energy industry with a new idea, new technology, and with wonderful, ambitious partners like SORACOM, Unabiz, and Sigfox, and KCCS. Lastly, there is an old saying that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. But we are much more adventurous than that, and we want to go fast and far together with our partners. So let's make great strides together. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening.